Hey everybody, what is going on? This is NGS. Welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've said those words. It's been a while since you've seen this mug on camera, so it's rather appropriate, I should say. In this first part of, I think, a three-part little mini-series, I'm going to be going over all of the recent purchases that I've made. By recent purchases, I'm not talking about in the past couple days, in the past couple weeks, I'm talking about in the past couple of months, because, as you guys know, it's been a while since I've gotten to talk to you on camera. Just various stuff's been going on in my life that's really kept me away from YouTube. Not really anything busy or major, just that, motivation factor, that sort of thing. But as you can see, I don't quit YouTube. I don't do that because at some point I will always find the need and the urge to make a video. So yeah, here we are. In this first part, we're going to be covering the Blu-rays that I've picked up over the past couple months, and I managed to pick up a couple of DVDs as well, thanks to a couple of gracious friends of mine. As you guys know, my birthday was over the summer, so a couple of my friends decided to send me some gifts, so that is awesome, and we will get to those when we get to those. But first things first, we're going to touch on a set that I was sent in the mail by the Disney Blu-ray Movie Club, which, as you guys know, occasionally they will send you special discounted feature titles of whatever's hot at the moment. And, I really haven't been involved in the Disney Blu-ray Movie Club much. I mean, they just keep sending me stuff at discounted prices, and thankfully, it's always been stuff that I've liked, so it's not something weird or out of nowhere. But yeah, the movie in question was actually, it was two movies. It was the Mulan 2 movie collection, and that comes with both Mulan, the 15th anniversary edition, as well as Mulan 2. Now, I've been meaning to pick this up for a while because, as you guys know, Mulan is one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. It's one of the last few great Disney movies, as you guys know, that whole period of the Disney Renaissance that happened in the 90s and such. I don't know if people classify Mulan as one of them because it was very, very late in the cycle, but I still consider it as such. And yeah, so I'm so happy to have this in the set because Mulan, like I said, is a fantastic movie. The songs in this, very, very minimal amount of songs as opposed to what you'd expect from a Disney movie, for obvious reasons, mind you. But there is that one song that whenever it just comes on, you can't just help but jump out of your bed, jump out of your chair, wherever the heck you are, and just sing along to it. And that is, of course, Be a Man. That song is it's the most manliest song that I have ever heard. It doesn't matter your age, your gender, religion, sexual orientation, preference. When that song comes on, you just can't help but jump out of your chair and just say it with your chest. Yeah, all the people out there who watch Kevin Hart will know what that's about. So, yeah, great to see Mulan once again. Mulan 2, on the other hand, I shit you not, I did not even know they made a sequel to Mulan until it was like on Disney Channel, like years after it had come out on DVD. So is the curse of the Disney direct-to-video sequel, so joy, joy, joy. I still maintain the fact that there is only one Disney direct-to-video sequel that I do enjoy greatly, and that is, of course, The Lion King 2, Simba's Motherfucking Pride, and for obvious reasons, Deception, Disgrace. I'm not gonna get into that right now because y'all will hear me go off. Oh, that song is just too much, so yeah, Mulan. Happy to have it in the collection. Not so happy that it came in DVD packaging. I mean, it's a Blu-ray. I wanted a Blu-ray packaging, man. At least, please make it a blue case. Yeah, yes, I do have a fetish for packaging. Screw me! Alright, next off, we have one movie that I really went into this with, I guess, a biased point of view. I know I preach to the choir that you should never go into something with, with a negative sort of attitude against it, but, considering the actor who was in this and the time period from where this is from, I was thinking it'd be like one of those really, why in the world are people laughing at this type of movie? I mean, you've seen all that stuff. It seemed like your typical 80s flick, but it wasn't until I actually sat down and watched this a couple years back that I was so freaking wrong about it. This movie cracks me up every single time I watch it, and considering the actor who's in this, I still to this day cannot, really wrap my head around, that was this guy. And that is, of course, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Now, I'm not really going to go too much into this because, well, it's kind of hard to explain, but you should probably check this out for yourself. If you want a funny comedy dealing with time travel, I think you'll definitely get a kick out of this. It's just something else, man. Especially for people who like people who do like time traveling telephone boxes, yeah, this will probably get you pretty riled up. And there was this really awesome fan art that I saw of Bill and Ted crossing over with Doctor Who. It was funny because, you know, they're both boxes and they time travel in boxes, and hey, somebody out there knows what I'm trying to get at. Anyway, next person on the list is a movie where all I'm going to say about this, I'm not going to talk about the movie because, well, most of you probably should have seen this movie. If this goddamn movie, if the world this is based off of is not in Kingdom Hearts 3, I swear to God, somebody is going to have to choke a bitch. I swear to the Lord, if they don't put this in Kingdom Hearts 3, but we get a fucking crossover with Lightning, who the hell asked for her back, Final Fantasy 13 Returns, Treasure Planet. That's all I gotta say. Treasure freaking Planet. Do yourself a favor. Watch this movie. Please watch this movie. It's instant streaming via Netflix. I don't care. Go down to the local pawn shop. Buy it on Amazon. Just please support this movie. It's an awesome movie. It's a beautiful movie. And it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt when he was a kid. So you could honestly say to yourself, with, you know, say it with your chest, that for once you're seeing a child actor who didn't end up dealing with drugs, who didn't end up going crazy, who didn't swing from wrecking balls, and they actually transitioned into a successful adult career. Sounded kind of kinky, didn't it? Did sound kind of kinky. Just ruined it. Great. Alright. Next on the list, we have something that really, I guess, when it comes to purchasing Blu-rays, for the most part, I'm never really out and about. It wasn't really until recently when I just started getting out there more. You know, I've had a lot of free time in between classes and before work and such, that I started exploring the local stores, you know, local Best Buys, local Targets, local Costco's. I know that just sounds like, what? But yeah, most of my Blu-ray shopping was via the internet from Right Stuff, Amazon, various places. So when I went to Best Buy to purchase a video game a couple weeks ago that I had been meaning to buy for months, I saw this on the shelf, and it was an edition that I had never seen before, and for the price that I saw it, I was just like, well, damn, color me stupid, because I gotta add that into my collection. And I'm, of course, talking about The Incredible Hulk limited edition comic book steel case thingamabobber. Yes, I have never seen this edition of the Incredible Hulk movie before. I think this is a recent edition because it comes with an ultraviolet code, and oh my god, an ultraviolet code. Ooh, you can totally just steal that right now because I don't give two shits about ultraviolet. I think it's retarded. But this is, of course, a Blu-ray DVD combo pack in a very, very nice steelbook. Of course, you can see on the side things are done as in the comic book style format with the various characters. And this was one, I think this is the last movie I needed to add to my Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 1 edition to have what I deem a complete set. Which, of course, includes The Incredible Hulk, Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man 1, because Iron Man 2 does not exist at all. It doesn't. It does not. Neither does Iron Man 3. Still have yet to see Thor, but as far as all the Phase 2 movies go, I'm thinking Captain America's going to be the best. But that's another video for another day. You guys already know how I feel about The Incredible Hulk. I think it was a great movie. I still to this day don't think it gets the respect that it deserves, mainly because there was a lot of flack going into this. I mean, you're coming off of #1, the really successful Iron Man 1 earlier in the year with Robert Downey Jr., in addition to having the preconceived notions from Eric Bana's Hulk back in 2003. It just really did not end up too well from this. It did make some money at the box office, but nowhere near Marvel's expectations, which kind of sucks because this was a good movie based on Hulk. It wasn't cheesy. It wasn't over the top. It added like that right amount of a serious tone that you needed for it to work. And I really did liked it. I really did liked it. This is what happens when you're not on YouTube for a while. You forget to enunciate things. Edward Norton did a fantastic job as Bruce Banner, and still to this day I think he's the best actor who's ever portrayed him. Mark Ruffalo, on the other hand, you know, there's kind of a reason why they have not greenlit another Hulk movie, and I think that's mainly due to the fact that Mark Ruffalo really can't handle this type of role. I mean, I love The Avengers. I thought it was a great movie, but when you look at the people who say that movie was awesome, why it was awesome? Because of Hulk. And Mark Ruffalo just gets passed by like, ooh, yeah, well, what? Ooh, Mark Ruffalo, what the hell? Because you look at him in the movie, he's just so monotone and dry and just like he didn't convey that Bruce Banner. He really did. He was just there. And I'm like, oh, okay. But when he turned to the Hulk, that motion capture stuff was great. But then again, Andy Motherfrickman Serkis could have been cast in the role of Bruce Banner, and he would have done an amazing job as well. So it's like, why is Mark Ruffalo getting credit for the motion capture when I don't know. Anyway, great movie nonetheless. Now let's move on to the last two that not the last two, the last three. Boy, this is gonna be a long video. These were really, for the most part, pretty much blind buys. I was searching on Amazon. Actually, I was on Twitter. And, you know, I follow a lot of, I guess you could say, deal websites. I mean, not deal websites. Deal accounts such as, you know, Cheap Ass Gamer and, you know, wherever there's a deal for, like, Blu-ray movies and such, they would post it. And there was one for this set of movies that I'd been meaning to pick up for a while. I remember seeing it a couple years ago at the outrageous price tag that it was. So I was waiting for it to drop down to like 30, 40 bucks, which it has throughout the years. But now when I saw this was going for 20, I just couldn't pass up on it. And that is, of course, the Alien Anthology. This, of course, comes with Alien and Aliens. And I don't know why. I think this might have been a defect in my version of it. But for some reason, it comes with Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection. Did anyone else get like this set that comes with 2 extra movies, or is that just me? Okay, I'm just fucking with y'all. The reason why I said it only comes with 2 movies is because those are the only 2 movies I'm going to be watching out of this set, because in my mind there are only 2 Alien movies. But yeah, this set, as far as sheer content goes, I mean, first on the bat, it's a 6-disc Blu-ray set. You have 8 different versions of the movies, so there's 2 different cuts per movie for a total of, oh my god, how many hours can you spend watching all these damn movies? It comes with over 50 hours of bonus material posted on the front. But then again, I'm kind of conflicted now because on the back, it says over 60 hours of bonus content. So what is it? It's over 50 hours, but it's over 60 hours. So why wouldn't you say 60 hours on the front? Is there something about 50 that just makes it so much better than 60? I don't even know, man. These numbers are all confuzzling. But yeah, I'm very, very, very excited to have this in the set. I mean, oh my lord, I just want to open it up right now and see what's inside, but no, I'm just going to leave it in the packaging until I actually do watch it, and then I'm going to post some photos on Instagram saying like, oh my god, look at this set, it's beautiful! If you haven't, by the way, follow me on Instagram. It's @PhantomNGS, or is that Twitter? I mean, oh man, you type in, I think it'll show up on Instagram. I don't know. It's PhantomNGS for those who care about me sharing photos. But yeah, so pretty freaking sweet for only 20 bucks. And also, this was another blind purchase. I was literally checking out on Amazon when I saw this there, and I was like, oh my god, for $13? And I literally, the only reason I bought this was because of the kind of edition it was, and that is Blade Runner. This is the 30th anniversary collector's edition, and it's in a nice digibook, or however you call it. And this was $13, like I said, and you can just look on the back to see the bunch of special features and bonus content that you get. Oh my god, how many editions of the movie does this come with? It comes with the original theatrical cut, international theatrical cut, director's cut, and the final cut. Jesus Christ, man. So, interesting thing about Blade Runner, I have not seen this movie all the way to the end. I know people are just going to crucify me in the comment section. Well, the comment section's not working because Google+. But, yeah. I do not know what version of the movie to actually sit down and watch. Like I said, I haven't fully watched it through because every single time I do, I fall asleep. The first time I saw it was in my senior year in my appreciation film class, and I fell asleep. And it was over the course of 3 days, mind you. It was on TV one time, and I guess I was just too tired after work, and I fell asleep. So now, I guess 3rd time's the charm, I'm going to finally sit through and watch it. So type down below in the comments section, or at me on Twitter, twitter.com/NeoGameSpark. Tell me which edition out of the 4 that I should watch for my very first viewing of Blade Runner. So I will greatly appreciate that. Alrighty, and the final Blu-ray that I happened to purchase was one that, again, I did not make any intention to purchase this. It was something that I really wanted to get for my dad for Christmas a couple of years ago when this came out. But I looked at it and looked at the things that he would actually need in his life, and it didn't seem to really fit. I mean, he loves movies as much as me, but at the same time, he's not really the guy who really goes out and collects stuff. So I said, whatever. I held off on it for a couple of years. I forgot it existed until I went into Costco and I saw it for only $20. And for $20, I had to do a double take. This, ladies and gentlemen, is The Sound of Music Uber freaking Deluxe Edition. Oh my lord, look how big this damn thing is. I'm not even going to sit down here and explain to you guys, like, I don't even know, but it comes with a hardcover book, it comes with a hand-painted music box, which explains the size, a reprint of the 1965 theatrical souvenir book, snapshots from Salzburg, official letter of authenticity, 45th anniversary soundtrack, of course the movie on DVD and on Blu-ray with a whole bunch of special features, Jesus, and oh man, this is a 250,000 set and I am number 162,383. Shoot, man. This is just too much, man. This is just too much. Now, moving on to the gifts that I did receive over the holidays. Not really the holidays. Well, I guess it's called holiday in England or something when you go on summer break. I don't know. I did receive some gifts from my friends. One of them comes from a very good buddy of mine, long time subscriber and friend BDT87, also known as Ben. We talk a lot about various things ranging from Pokemon to GTO to Blu-ray movies to James Bond and such. And, you know, I've been teaching him a lot about certain things in America and he's been teaching me a lot about stuff over there in the UK. And there was one movie that really, I guess he said that, Chris, if you appreciate comedy and you have not seen this movie before, what the heck is wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I've just never seen it before. So this conversation was about a year ago, a little over a year and a half ago. And I look in my package that I received on my birthday. It arrived on my birthday. I was expecting, like, he said he was sending stuff, but I was expecting it probably later. But it arrived on my birthday. And much to my surprise, it took a couple of seconds to register, but this dude remembered the conversation that we had from a year and a half ago and decided to send me Monty Python and the Holy Grail. All I'm going to say about this is that this thing is so ahead of its time, it's not even funny. In terms of the humor, in terms of, oh, Jesus Christ. This movie was so good that after I watched it once, I stopped, busted a couple guts on the floor from laughing, and then proceeded to play it one more time. And mind you, this is at 4 a.m. in the morning because, you know, I'm nocturnal like that. I couldn't, what I was watching, it just did not, I was expecting it to be a really old style of humor, but no, this is like still pretty relevant in modern text, you know, and this is from, oh man, when is this from? I don't even know when the movie came out. 1974, and the style of humor, you could literally turn on a television show, a really good comedy show that everyone's talking about, legitimately good, and then see this kind of humor on there. So it was really awesome just to see this movie. And the second thing that he sent me, like I said, we have a lot of similar interests, and as far as movies go, we also are big fans of Studio Ghibli, however you want to say. And this is one movie that's from the Ghibli era, not necessarily considered a Ghibli film, but, you know, the director of the movie does do a lot of work for Ghibli, so I guess people by default consider it Ghibli. And that is Grave of the Fireflies. Now, any of you guys who are old school, hardcore NGS fans know that this is the only anime movie that has ever made me cry. Yeah, the only one. I think so. Yeah. It's the only anime movie that has ever made me cry, and it's done in such an interesting way. I mean, it's not because somebody just out of nowhere dies and this such happens. I mean, the way the movie is told is, it's like you watch the movie, okay, and the beginning of it is the end of the movie, and the entire movie is just recounting the entire experience of what happens and how it leads up to the end. And it seriously does pull on your heartstrings a lot. It is not an anti-war movie. I don't consider it as such. A lot of people say it is. It's not. It's just about two kids surviving after, you know, war goes on. But it's not trying to be political. It's not trying to say that, oh, war is bad, war is evil because look what happened to these kids. It's not trying to have like a hidden meaning and a message. It's just about two siblings and their love for each other and what inevitably happens in the end, which I do like. I don't really like political movies that much because there's always some type of preachiness going on. Like, god damn it, I couldn't stomach Avatar because it's like, we're gonna save the environment, man, we're gonna save the environment. I was like, oh, please shut up. The environment will be fine, for Christ's sake. But yeah, Grave of the Fireflies is a very good movie. I recommend it for anyone who wants to check out a nice anime movie. Don't watch this with the intention of like, I guess if you want the rest of your day to be cheerful, I'll just say that. It can get depressing at some points. Now, on to the other gifts that I received. As you guys know, I'm very good friends with Crazy Black Man 108, also known as Adam. And he's a very big One Piece fan. I guess you can call me a pretty moderate One Piece fan. You know, I'm on and off with the series. It's not that I don't like it, but it's gotten to the point where it's way too much for me to handle in terms of episode count and catching up and stuff. So, when it comes to the DVDs, I had collected all of Season 1, all of Season 2, and the first voyage of Season 4, but I never owned Season 3. Now, that doesn't mean I've never seen past Season 3. It's just that, you know, I've always been looking for prices for Season 3, because once the collections came out, the prices of Seasons 1 and 2 dropped down to like $10 per set until they became discontinued. But for Season 3, on the other hand, it really didn't do that. They pretty much stayed in the same $25 to $40 range. I was just like, fuck that. I don't want to buy the collections. I guess I'll never own Season 3. That was really much my philosophy, because I was just at the point where it's just like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But Adam was like, you know what, man, I got you. And when he said I got you, I'm really scared, because that could mean a lot of different things with Adam. So, much to my surprise, when I looked in the mail, it was actually 3 separate packages arriving over the course of, I think it was an entire week. I got me a whole bunch of One Piece, man! And so, right off the bat, we have Season 3 Voyage 2, we have Season 3 Voyage 3, and we have, rounding off the package, Season 3 Voyage 4. Now, what Adam wanted to do is that he didn't want to gift me the entire collection. That was one of the things that I didn't want him to do as well, because, first off, that in and of itself is way too expensive. But he said, you know what, man, I'm going to help you start that collection. And by me getting you the in-between volumes, that means you can't watch them. That means you're going to have to get Volume 1. And now that you own Volume 1 through 4, you're going to have to get the next one, which is 5. So that's pretty much the thing that he did to get me to start collecting them. By going out and purchasing all the middle stuff. It's like getting a cheeseburger with no cheese, no buns, no tomatoes, but just lettuce. So it's just like you can't really enjoy it all together. Where you can eat a hamburger with just the lettuce. I don't know. I guess people can eat the hamburger itself if you cut it into pieces. But then again, you got the lettuce, so it's like, what are you going to do with the lettuce? I mean, who just eats lettuce if it's not in like a salad? I mean, I'm getting way too sidetracked. You see, this is what happens. Classic NGS. So, I just want to thank Crazy Black Man 108 for this awesome gift of the One Piece, nigga! One Piece, ooh! And as well as BDT87 for that Studio Ghibli love and that hilariousness that is Monty Python. So I want to thank you guys for watching this very, very, very long overboard Blu-ray update. Like I said, it's been a while, so I had to do things right by talking a lot about the things I've bought recently, I guess. That's what happens when you can enjoy the finer things in life. And by finer things in life, I mean, well, being a college student and budgeting your money. That's basically it. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I'm NGS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace.